Three. Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to this success strategy session. What you'll be doing is a series to really invite some people that are having an incredible amount of success, are really fantastic, and they just got started, or maybe they're even a little bit more experienced than you when it comes to online marketing. But the bottom line is they're having success right now with doing some very specific things right. So I want to thank Terry for coming on the line here. Hey Terry, how are you?
I'm doing well, David. How are you?
Fantastic. So I would just want to kind of start things off by asking you what recent type of success you're having in your business, and what do you think you're doing really right now that's different from what you might have done before to be having this type of success?
Well, I could tell you, specifically in the last 2 weeks here, I've signed up 3 new clients, all on recurring revenue packages, as well as added a new contract to an existing client.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's in the last 2 weeks. That's $2,000 in recurring revenue that I've been able to generate, solely based on strategies that I've learned in a mastermind group that obviously you're a part of. It's been really fantastic. But the other side of that question that you asked, what have I been doing differently that I wasn't doing in the past that have kind of propelled me to go from one level to the next, really has been the ability to connect with potential clients and potential customers all over, versus really initially when I was, before I got involved with the mastermind strategies, what I was really doing was just focusing on customers in my area, and that was very limiting from the standpoint that once I picked through all the low-hanging fruit, new clients were more difficult to come across. And I had a period, in the late summer to end of the fall where I was going net negative on a regular basis every single month on the amount of clients that were coming in. And obviously, you don't have to be a genius to realize what that does to your your revenue and your income bottom line. So the main thing really is that I've been able I am accessing clients all over the place. I mean, I'm in the Cleveland area. I got one client in New York, one in Charlotte, North Carolina, one in Indianapolis, and a third just outside of Chicago. Or fourth, excuse me, just outside of Chicago, and that's really, I've only been able to do that because of the strategies that we really, learned and taken advantage of.
Well, let me go a little bit deeper on that question, because how are you able to find leads? Is it a certain strategy? Are you using Lead Kahuna?
100%. 100% Lead Kahuna. Nothing else.
Okay.
The only.
And then, so what's keeping you focused? Is it using Lead Kahuna and having LeadAware just give you notifications? I mean, one thing I find is a lot of people have a lot of great tools and good software and great intentions, but their lack of focus and really being able to get leads and go after leads. So do you have any insights on how that's different now than maybe it was 6 months ago for you?
I would say twofold. I mean, with Lead Kahuna, the reason I use it all the time is it's easy and it's a lot faster than the way I used to do it, of just digging, using the internet to dig, and that takes forever. But the feedback it gives you on opens and who's seen your emails with respect to LeadAware works very well. But the real feedback that's worked best for me is 2 things. Number one, the strategy we used with actually having people sign up for phone calls with me and actually set an appointment to talk to me. That's number one. When I get those in, those are almost always minimum get a meeting with them, but often they go through and actually sign a contract after you take them through the whole process of whole sales steps, whole process of the sales system. Excuse me. But it's really been not necessarily just getting the notifications on LeadAware, but actually seeing the results of using it, and actually having conversations with the business owners, as well as getting their credit card number. I mean, that's the biggest one. That's the most rewarding, and obviously the one that's giving me the most positive feedback.
And so, see if I hear you saying, because of Lead Kahuna and having such an easy system to get leads and then getting that feedback, and it sounds like you've got an offer, and you were a little vague there, and it's okay if you don't want to go into too much detail. But it sounds like your offer is so irresistible that you just send them out a link, and they will register or sign up to actually meet with you without them ever having to pick up the phone. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You send out an unbelievable, irresistible offer, and from there, a 10-minute conference call or a 15-minute call to discuss it. And that's what gets me in front of them, doing a face-to-face interview. And that is, I've found, close to as good as actually sitting down in the room with them.
Gotcha. And for a lot of people that don't realize that inside the mastermind, we go over how to build what we call a trust trigger product. And that trust trigger product is so valuable that you can literally send out a link and say, look, if you want to learn more about my offer, just click here and schedule yourself. And people will schedule themselves right into your calendar. So literally almost every day or every other day, you've got bookings without ever having to market anybody, talk to the gatekeeper. You just fly kind of right past that. So that type of strategy really keeps you motivated. Yeah, Terry?
Absolutely. I just had one 20 minutes ago that booked a call for 4 o'clock this afternoon. So, it's absolutely unbelievable, and it just seems like every time things slow down a little bit, just a little bit more, put my foot on the gas just a little bit with more initial emails and more initial marketing, and that automatically fills me up where I need to slow it down a little bit. Otherwise, I just don't have enough time in my day.
Well, I actually like that thought process because it's like turning up a volume knob in your business, and to have that power to say, look, I want my business to be that much more, more money. You want more activity. You want more deals. You want more closes. You just kind of ratchet your marketing up a little bit with the right strategies, and away you go. Well, I know we've discussed a lot of different strategies in getting business and hiring and all kinds of things that we talk about inside of Mastermind. What's an aha moment that has really helped you get some perspective and that you use an aha moment that maybe you've had several, but an aha moment that would help others watching this type of an interview that might help them as well?
Well, I would say, within the mastermind, and it was kind of an aha moment combined with a strategy for me, was really when, I was, like I said, end of the summer last year into the end of the fall, paralyzed by inactivity with respect to, I tried a couple of different things to drum up some business, and none of it really worked. So all of a sudden, I had this big aha moment of a strategy where I had the ability to get in front of people anywhere. And just from my own experience, I know that there's probably a lot of other people trying and attempting to do what I do, but I know there's not a lot of people out there that will take consistent action and in order to get the success with it. So it was really just the biggest aha moment I really found, David, was, what, now I have the ability to contact anyone in this country or other countries as well. There's never a time where I don't have something to do to grow my business now.
That's awesome. And then how would you inspire others to stay focused? Because it sounds like you have a real focused. Is it just in just saying, hey, just get out there and do it? Sometimes kind of falls short. Is it maybe with a little success, or is there a little strategy that you might want to reveal to say, look, just do this and make sure you stay focused, and this will kind of keep you in the right mindset?
Well, I guess probably the best way for me to relate it to is people that are at least a little bit familiar with the stuff that you do, because it's what I'm doing. There's probably other things I could tell them, but I don't think that would help them as much as the real thing that people really need to do is use Lead Kahuna's system, but don't just use it for emails. You've got to make sure that you're actually picking up the phone. That there's very few people, business owners, anyone out there that's going to trust someone through an email enough to sit down and spend some time with them, or enough to actually go ahead and buy something from them over email. 99 times out of 100, you've got to get on the phone and make that call, and that's going to, in my opinion, increase their business dramatically.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because that's a really brilliant definition of a trust trigger product. And that is, when you're calling someone up, to have the ability to offer a product that really builds trust and that triggers that trust so that you can do business. So I just really brilliantly said. So thank you so much. And then real quick in closing, your recommendations on people getting in a mastermind, getting accountability, some of the value that's come out of a mastermind for you and how it's helped you.
Yeah, I really think that you've got to get into a mastermind. I really think you've got to get involved in something where it's giving you two things: accountability, and let's be honest, with a business like this, most people work from home. So it's very, very easy to just get lost and lose focus and not necessarily do what you need to do and do the business that needs to get done. We all go off on our own tangents. You can always find something else that's easier and more short-term rewarding than picking up the phone and trying to, trying to close more business. So the mastermind does a couple of great things for you. Number one, it really keeps you focused and gets you into masterminding with leaders in your business, which is coincidentally one of the 5 pillars of success of a group I was in a long time ago, and one of it was masterminding with leaders in your business. And it coincides exactly with having this specific mastermind, because it is too easy for you to lose your focus unless you have someone on a regular basis, giving you accountability and actually kind of giving you that kick in the butt to do what needs to get done on a weekly basis.
That's awesome. Well, Terry, thank you so much. So some of the things I took away from this, I think, are really important. Is number one is you need a really good lead gen system. And if you're not using Lead Kahuna, some of you probably already have lead gen systems that you've purchased. Just make sure you're using them. If you don't have a Lead Kahuna, you can always go to our customer support, www.lmgsupport.com, or if you're a customer of ours, you can go into your back office under the recommended resources section. The second thing is to be able to make sure that you've got a really good offer that you can give and really get excited about, so you feel like you're providing a lot of value, so much value that you don't even have to talk to a gatekeeper, that you can just send a link out and say, look, if you want more information on this, just click this link and book an appointment with me. And when you've got a really good offer, then you can book appointments magically without ever having to talk to anybody. And it sounds like that's what has really helped Terry and keep them inspired and keep them focused to take it to the next level. You can see that's why he's closing 2 or 3 clients in the last 2 or 3 weeks here. So thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate the inspiration and the great feedback. Keep up the great work. And where do you see your business in the next 6 to 12 months based on an income? Are you seeing a certain level that you want to get to, or you see you're on pace to do a certain number?
Yeah, I see. My goal really is to be over 250 in revenue in the next 6 months, and I don't see how that won't happen based on how things are going right now.
Okay, and then where were you last year this time? Were you on track for 250 in revenue?
No, definitely not.
Were you close?
No, I was about I was just over 100 on track for just over 100 last year.
Okay.
Prior to my mass exodus at the end of the summer.
Okay, so you're literally going to double your business this year, and it sounds like you attribute a lot of that to being inside a mastermind, having a great lead gen system. And then, by the way, what product are you leading with? I'm sure a lot of people want to know, well, how's he getting these clients? What are you selling? Mobile, social, reputation? What's the main core offering that you got?
I'm not interested in anything other than reputation right now. That's it. So that's my lead. That's my, that's everything.
And for those who've heard a lot about reputation, is it saturated? Is that, is it kind of come and gone, or you just see this as, right in the sweet spot or right at the beginning? Where do you see it since you're in the market every day?
I see it as more people are learning about it and learning they need to do more about it. There's more competition out there without a doubt than there was in 2011 when I started with it. But it's a lot less than you'd ever think. And there's, so many business owners just have nothing in place. A lot have terrible systems in place, and those that do have systems in place are rarely successful with it. So there's a lot more that needs to be done to reach anything near a market saturation.
And do you use anything outside of Lead Kahuna and Reputation Kahuna when it comes to the reputation side, or is it pretty much all that you sell is Reputation Kahuna?
That's all that I use.
All that you use. Terry, once again, man, thank you so much for the insights. And for those of you listening, hopefully left you with a little bit of inspiration going, wow, this can be done. You need a good lead gen system, a good lead conversion system, good fulfillment system. And if you want more information, we're here. We have so many amazing success stories and great aha moments that we hope that you have as well in growing your business and helping businesses in the local marketplace with their online marketing. So take care, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.